The adventurers, still riding high from the camaraderie and excitement of the poker tournament, retired for the night at the starlit Haven Inn. Alara Duskwood, ever warm and welcoming, congratulated them on their successes and led them upstairs. The soft glow of lanterns and the creaking of the stairs offered a comforting calm as each hero settled in. Reflecting on the day's triumphs, they drifted off into a well-earned rest. But their peace was short-lived. In the dead of night, the acrid scent of smoke invaded their dreams, pulling them sharply awake. Screams echoed faintly through the walls, growing louder with every passing moment. Grabbing their weapons, they raced downstairs and burst out of the inn into chaos. The town of Everbrook was under attack. From the north, orc raiders had stormed in, setting homes and shops ablaze. Their guttural cries mingled with the crackling of flames as fires consumed the town. From the west and south, elven warriors advanced, loosing arrows and cutting down the orcs with deadly precision. The adventurers, caught in the center of the storm, braced themselves for battle. As they stepped into the fray, a group of orcs charged toward them, 4 snarling attackers led by a towering orc chieftain wielding a jagged greatsword. There was no time to hesitate. Eldon Greyfoot hurled a dart, striking down one of the orcs with deadly precision. Groon Bitterhand, his fury ignited, tore into the others, his axe leaving devastation in its wake. Maris Eldrin, her eyes steady and her aim true, fired an arrow from her short bow, striking another orc squarely through its armor. Bronwyn Shadowcaster summoned a powerful spell that obliterated the final orc in a radiant blast. But even as the group fought valiantly, they could see the chaos all around them. At one point, they caught sight of Durgar Winterborn, the stalwart owner of Winterborn Stables, locked in fierce combat. In a one-on-one duel, he drove his blade into the chest of an orc, felling the raider with a decisive strike before turning to aid the other townsfolk. The orc chieftain, roaring with fury, charged into the group. His brutal strike sent the adventurers reeling, but they pressed on, determined to protect the village. Yet, just before the tide turned, the chieftain landed a devastating blow on Bronwyn. She fell to the ground, motionless, her companions unable to reach her as the chieftain pressed his attack. The battle seemed all but lost. Suddenly, a volley of arrows rained down, piercing the remaining orcs. From the shadows of the forest, elven warriors surged forward. Their commander Erindriel moved with commanding grace, her blade flashing as she struck the orc chieftain down with a decisive blow. At her side, her trusted lieutenant, Thalindor, rallied the elves to ensure the attackers were driven back. With the field secured, Erindriel's clerics rushed to aid the fallen. One of them knelt beside Bronwyn, channeling ancient healing magic that brought her back from the brink. Her eyes fluttered open, and she drew a sharp breath, her companions and their new allies standing over her. As the fires smoldered, the weight of the night's losses became clear. Alara Duskwood, the brave innkeeper, had perished protecting a young child, both lost to the flames. Leora Vale, the healer, had fallen while trying to save others. Bran Calder, the blacksmith, was slain defending his forge. Greta Thornfeld of the general store was also among the lost, as was Thorn Ashford, the ingenious tinker who had been a cornerstone of the town. Their sacrifices hung heavily in the air as dawn broke over the ravaged village. Erindriel addressed the adventurers, her voice steady yet filled with urgency. She explained that her people had come after receiving a vision from Therion Caladrith, an elven seer and descendant of the Circle of Ancients. The vision spoke of the adventurers' pivotal role in standing against the growing darkness. While the elves longed to aid further, their mission to track and eliminate the remaining orc raiders across the realm left them unable to assist directly. The responsibility of retrieving the Veilstone from the Blackreach Cavern rested solely on the adventurers. As a symbol of trust and alliance, Erindriel presented them with the Orellin, a radiant crystal imbued with immense power to combat dark forces. However, she cautioned that its energy was potent, but limited, and it must be wielded with care. Along with the Orellin, Erindriel provided the adventurers with a map and revealed their ultimate task. Once they retrieved the Veilstone, they were to transport it across the Silver Peak Mountains to the city of Greystone in the southwest. This mission was crucial to preventing Arcturus Ashcroft from reclaiming the Veilstone, uniting the 7 artifacts, and awakening Vorath the Eternal. The adventurers, strengthened by the Aurelin and united in purpose, pledged to honor the sacrifices of Everbrook and see their quest through. As they prepared to set out for the cavern, the devastation around them reminded them of the stakes. With the fate of the land resting on their shoulders, they turned toward the rising sun, ready to face whatever awaited in the shadows beyond.